Hi there. This is Stacy Cedro, and I'm a sex coach. Welcome to Holistic Progressions YouTube channel. My videos are very conversational. I'm trying to keep them short, sweet, and to the point. So if you enjoy watching these, then go ahead and like my videos and subscribe to my channel. So I just got a question on Instagram, sex coach Stacy on Instagram, and the question was, what do I think about porn and self-expression? So this is a very loaded topic for me, right? I have a lot of experience working with people who watch too much porn by their own definition. Um, and I do understand that there's a lot of ethical type questions on what's being filmed and the people in the films. So we're going to put that aside and we're just going to focus on what do I think about the porn usage and self-expression. So I could go a lot of different ways with this question, but as far as self-expression and porn goes, I've heard people say that they watch porn because they feel like they're getting to experience different things that they would not be able to experience in real life. So for that, I think, great, you're using that for entertainment, right? Which is what porn is for, entertainment. And you're also getting to see and test the waters on, is this something that I may want to try? When you limit yourself to, I'm never going to be able to do this in real life. Yes, that could be true depending on what it is that you're watching. But a lot of the times, if it's on there, it's happening somewhere. It's being done. Are you watching like an orgy or a threesome or different types of sexual acts? Chances are you can find a partner that's willing to try these things with you. It's just a matter of you actually going out there and doing some research and finding a partner to explore with. So I think that porn for entertainment purposes is a great idea. What I think causes a problem with porn is that we're putting it in the hands of people who don't necessarily know what to do with it. And what I mean by that is we don't have accurate sexual health education in our country. So most people are pretty much just told not to do it. And then when it goes time to do it, they don't know what to do. They're not seeing examples of what's going on in real life. They're not allowed to talk about it. And then they find porn online, which is for entertainment. It's not for education. Yes, there are explicit educational videos. I highly recommend the Loving Sex DVDs. There's also some videos about erotic massage, sensual touch. Jaya's Red Hot Touch video was great. It was one of the first things that I had purchased years ago when it had first come out. So there are actually educational videos that can help you understand anatomy and physiology, how orgasm happens, how to, make a girl squirt, or how to experience orgasm, how to do anal sex, how to give blowjobs. So there are actual educational videos out there, but the 99.9% of what you're going to find online just through searching is for entertainment only. I had even gone online and looked some things up recently, and I guess I was kind of shocked. Like, I hadn't really searched online for porn recently, and what I found was just, it blew my mind. And it was this whole very short clips of all of these images of different sex acts to this like high energy dance music or video game type music, and it had like this bouncing ball thing, then it says stroke to the beat, stroke to the beat, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're gonna stroke the damn thing off or break it or something. And I was just like, is this what's actually going on? Like, holy, I've spoken with people. I have coached people that have hurt themselves. Like, you can break your dick to a certain extent. So you do kind of want to like be nice to it. You're not trying to kill the damn thing. So that kind of blew my mind. But if I had never self-pleasured before and I was a man or a boy and I saw that, that would fuck me up. Like, that would set the tone for my whole sexual experience and understanding of sex, and I would have serious issues trying to go into a real life experience if that was my education. So that's kind of where I feel like we're missing the mark here. So yeah, it's great. Sexual self-expression, freedom of sexual self-expression is absolutely a right. And it's very important for us to be able to experience and express that. However, one, if it's done without consent, that's an issue. And there is an age of consent. So that's another consent thing. And also, too, like, are we using porn as a substitute for real life experiences? Because that I feel like could be an issue, too. I've spoken with men who identify as watching too much porn, and they say that it's just easier, right? They fear rejection. They don't want to have to go through the dating and the possibility of rejecting, or hell, even approaching a woman is most men's main issue with, starting any type of a relationship. So if you're removing like the fear of rejection, having to talk to someone, having to put time and effort into an actual relationship, and this is easier for you, I understand there's a time and a place for that, but eventually you are, as a natural human being, want to have some type of interaction with another person. And if the porn usage is preventing you from being able to see another person as a person, if it's preventing you from being able to interact with people, if it's shortening your attention span, right? That's another huge thing. Like, all these can become issues. So, it's up to you to decide, if do I have an issue with porn? Well, if it's disrupting your life and you feel like it has more control over you than you do over it, if you're spending more time watching porn than doing other activities, and if it's preventing you from participating in life, then maybe that's something that you want to examine. So if it's just something that you do as entertainment and it is not disrupting your real life experiences, then super, more power to you. But just know that that's entertainment, and that a real life experience is not like that. Those positions are usually gotten into because, of a camera angle, right? So we're trying to get a good shot. We're trying to see something. It's not that you will really probably be in those types of positions in real life, because you're not trying to get a camera in there to see something that like would be completely underneath you or whatever. So just the realistic aspect, it's just usually not there. You don't see the in-between stuff. You don't see the falling off the bed or the butting heads or that somebody farted, or, you don't see any of that stuff in a video. You don't see the building of pleasure to get to that point of arousal, right? You don't see maybe the stretching of the anus to be able to fit that sucker in there, right? You don't see what happens to the body after all of these hours of sex. How is the body responding? What happens to the body? So it's a lot that you don't see when you're simply a viewer. When you're on the other side of it, if you listen to interviews with different porn actresses, you can start to get a better understanding of what they're going through behind the scenes. And like I said, that can go into a whole nother ethical type discussion that I'm not covering in this video. So, it's really up to you. What's the purpose of porn for you? How is the self-expression to you? There's a lot of people that just upload stuff, right? They video themselves with their partner. And like I said, if that's within consent with your partner or with you, then more power to you. There's definitely an idea of a turn on from a taboo, like, ooh, I'm not supposed to be doing this. It could be a turn on from I'm being watched, I'm being desired, a little exhibitionism type thing, which is cool. So yes, porn can absolutely be used in healthy ways in your relationship and in your real life. However, like I said, if it's going to be a substitute for what you're actually experiencing, or if your real life experiences are suffering or not even being had because of the porn usage, then maybe that's something that you want to take a look at. One thing that I have experienced in real life with people, and also from talking to people that watch a lot of porn, is that they become dependent on the porn for arousal. They are unable to experience orgasm or ejaculation without the porn or without manual stimulation. They start experiencing erectile dysfunction, to whereas the erection is, coming and going within the experience in times that wouldn't necessarily fit, right? Like if you get the porn going, then it comes back. And it's because you're basically programming yourself to respond a certain way, right? So if you're programming yourself to become aroused from watching this, then that's what you're going to get aroused with. You're no longer going to find a real life person arousing, right? You're no longer going to probably even notice if someone's interested in you, right? Because you're programming yourself as this is arousal, this is attraction, this is sexuality. So you're missing out on all these other aspects that go on and all the subtleties that happen in real life. The other thing, that goes on is that it shortens your attention span. And it's like these videos are, shorter and shorter. And a lot of times what I've heard from talking to people that say they watch too much porn, these are their words, not mine. They get a thrill, and part of that turn on is the seeking for the videos, right? So you're programming your arousal and your body response to go in a certain order. So like I said, going into a real life experience, that's not what's going on. So your body's not going to respond that way. You're programming yourself to experience orgasm and ejaculation through manual stimulation. So it doesn't matter how much vaginal sex you have, how much oral sex you have, you probably need that type of manual stimulation, and the other person's hand may not even do it because you're used to your own. You know how to turn, how to twist, the angle, the pressure, all of those things that have become unconscious, that's been your go-to. So it's pretty much a matter of programming yourself. When people decide that they want to start watching less porn and get their body response back in action, all you have to do, one, is stop watching it, right? Which is way easier said than done if you've tried to quit anything, especially that brings you pleasure. So you can please contact me for coaching about that. I have a lot of experience working with people that identify as watching too much porn or being addicted to porn. And that they want to reprogram their bodies. They want to be able to enjoy a real life experience. They want to spend less time watching porn. They want to spend more time doing other activities, and they want to connect with other people and quite possibly have some type of relationship where they can explore all of these sexual things that they've seen, or their fantasies, or that they want to try. So we need to start the coaching around how can we repattern ourselves. First of all, what can I replace this activity with? How can I have accountability? How can I have support while I'm going through this process? And really determine what is it that you want, And once you start to determine what you want, then we can start to make a plan to get you there. And that's kind of what coaching is. It's figuring out, where are you at now? Where do you want to be? And how can we bridge that gap? So that's my kind of long answer to a vague question. But if you do have any other questions, feel free to email me at holisticporgressions.com. You can check out my website, holisticporgressions.com. I do have an Instagram, sexcoach_Stacy, and you can ask me questions. I'll answer it on videos, or we can set up a consultation to talk about whatever it is that you're going through, because I would be happy to help. So I hope everyone is having a blessed day. Please like my videos and subscribe to my channel, and we will continue the conversation sooner than later. So Goddess blessings, and to be continued.